But then we got to go to the San Antonio. My first time in San Antonio. It was very beautiful, very nice. And then we got to go to the Deficiency Foundation conference, which is a conference that they do every 2 years, where basically they have a bunch of like specialists who are very knowledgeable in either like immunodeficiency or patient care, and then they bring a lot of patients who have immunodeficiencies. There's over like 550. They bring them all out to the conference, and then they get to meet other patients. For a lot of these people, this is the first time they get to meet anyone else with primary immunodeficiency, but also they get to get some FaceTime with really some of the doctors that are like top in the field of immunology. So it's really cool. But also for me, it was really good because I finally got to meet all of the staff from the Immunodeficiency Foundation. So that was really, really cool as well. Did you get to meet Mouse? Look, people love asking me if I did. If I met Mouse, you guys would know about it, all right? Because we'd both be talking about it. So I appreciate that everyone's very excited for us to meet, but obviously there are a lot of health concerns. So obviously, the moment it can be done, it'll be done. Anyway, we went to. I'll just talk about the conference, because are we the biggest donors for the IDF? I haven't looked at because when I did a very long time ago, when we started raising money for the Immunodeficiency Foundation, I did have someone look into all the publicly available documents that were available for the charity, because I wanted to make sure that if I'm telling you guys to donate, that I, had done my due diligence and that I knew that the charity was trustworthy and reputable and that they were spending the money in the right place. Because I don't want to ask you guys to donate a bunch of money and that it goes to a place that doesn't really utilize it in a way or doesn't help people who I want to help. I forgot why I said that. Oh, the donator, that's right. But we are, this community, Oz plus Mouse, is, I think, by far, I think is the biggest donator. I haven't checked that, but it's at least one of them. We're a very significant amount of the money that they raise every year, and a very big reason of why they're able to do as much as they can. So, I really want to make sure that, a big reason why I wanted to go to the conference, that I wanted to see, hey, what is, where's the money going, and get to talk to everyone who's getting affected by this money. Because I'm really passionate about this, and I want to make sure that, if there's something that I think could be, even, done a little bit better, or if there's any way I can help even more as well, I want to do so, because it's a cause that I really believe in, and I didn't intend to get as roped in as I am, but I have found myself pretty intertwined. So yeah, it was really fun. So I got to have a lot of. So I basically spent the whole day, because I only had one full day there. I spent the whole day just talking to doctors, talking to patients, talking to staff, because I just wanted to ask everyone a bunch of questions about how it works, how does the charity help, how invaluable are the charity's resources, what is the charity's plans for continuing, growing and helping as many people as possible, because I don't want it to just help a small group of people. I want it to help as many people as possible. And I want to ideally help as much as I can with helping out in any capacity in terms of helping people with immunodeficiency, especially because, obviously Mouse has inspired me massively. So that's why I got into it. So yeah, I got to talk to a lot. And, for me, what was most interesting was obviously meeting the patients, who it was really awesome hearing them, because, I would just ask them, because, obviously I would just be like, hey, I'm not immune deficient. And one thing that is interesting is that when I had this vision of a conference for people who, have immune deficiencies, I thought it was going to be everyone was really masked up. There's a ton of social distancing and stuff like that. But when I got there, I was kind of surprised. I was like, oh, this is and a lot of the patients said this. It wasn't like that at all. It was just a bunch of people hanging out, getting to talk. And for a lot of the people that were there, this is the one time of the year where they'll take that risk of either flying, or they will go to a place surrounded by other people. And I like asked them, I was like, hey, like, you know, well, I asked some patients, I was like, oh, is there a reason why you're not wearing a mask? They were like, well, look, like, for me, you know, I get sick a lot, but for me, what I really need is to like be around my people. Is what I would hear that a lot, and that was really interesting because I just presumed that you would always take like the most precautions, but obviously when you've been sick for a while and you're used to cautioning, there's probably like a time where you're like, fuck it, I just want to feel like a fucking goddamn person to hang out with people. So that was really, really cool and really like impactful. And it was wonderful to see that a lot of the money, you know, I got to meet a lot of families who, like, there was a lot of families and a lot of kids that had immune deficiencies, and they were able to go to the conference to meet other people who were sick. But there was also like really like helpful talks. It wasn't just like a, you know, meet and greet. It was like there's a lot of ways that the patients could find out some really valuable information from doctors about, you know, things that like to better advocate for yourself. There was like workshops on telling you like, hey, if you're planning to move at some point, here's like a really helpful 1 hour like class and talk about how to go through it. So it was like really cool. It was really awesome getting to see, you know, a lot of the impact that you know, you guys have directly made. Like they told me that most of the people who were at that conference, or like a good chunk of them, around half or less than half, were there directly because of the support that we'd raised. That was like directly from the chat. So it was cool to see that. It was cool to see. And obviously, you know, I asked as well, I wanted to know more about how, like, that's, you know, I that's fantastic. And I'm glad we're making a direct impact on a lot of people's lives. But I also want to make sure that we're also reaching people who can't be there. Because obviously, you know, one thing I told them is that, like, I know that it's an American charity, but I have a global audience, and I want to make sure that, you know, there's a lot being done for just advancing like research into the disease. And it was wonderful because I got to talk to a doctor who was like one of the top immunologists in the States, and they were like, yeah, the resources and funding that they get from Immunodeficiency Foundation, it's like really important because they're constantly collaborating with other countries. And the thing that I found really like comforting, I was like, okay, thank God, is that oftentimes other countries will just take the research from the American charity or the American doctors and just like translate it, because they just didn't even have remotely the resources to begin researching into this field, because it's very, very like specific. So really cool stuff, and really, really glad that I went, and it was very fulfilling and very happy for me, because it was like, okay, I'm glad that like we, you know, not that I was worried or anything, but I knew that it was the money was going in the right places. But it's really cool to see the impact, meeting the people who are impacted by it, talking to the doctors who get to you know, work on it and fighting very hard. And dude, these doctors are so fucking awesome. And I got to speak to, there was a nurse who'd been working for the Immunodeficiency Foundation. She'd been a nurse for 40 years. Both her kids had PI, and then she had PI, and then cancer as well. And then she's also volunteering and helping, like superhero shit. Like, and talking to her made me like, oh my, I was like nearly tearing up, dude. She was, you know, she's thanking me, and I'm like, dude, I just cycled on a bike. Like, what you're doing is like, that's like the stuff that matters. Like, people, it's like when you meet people who like are so selfless like that, where it's like, it's not about me at all. It's about everyone else. And then on top of that, she's like working with the charity and helping them out. It's like, that's like superhero shit. Like, those are the people that, like, having those people in your community are like the pillars, you know what I mean? And so it was really, 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 really great to meet these people, to assure them, hey, look, I'm going to keep doing what I can. I'm going to keep trying to raise money for the cause, because I really, really, really appreciate what you guys are doing. Yeah, and just superhero shit. And all the doctors were awesome too. And, you know, at some point, Chad, I would love to get more of them involved in some of the content and allow some of them to talk to you guys, because it would be cool if you'd hear more of the stuff and how it affects patients and the people that they care for. So yeah, that was really cool. So it was really, really fucking awesome going to the the conference, and that was basically what it was. It wasn't like anything for content for me. It was purely just like, I want to learn more, and I want to help more with the charity, and I want to make sure that I can fully understand where the money's going, so that I can better educate myself, so I can better educate you guys, and that we can get it all going. And for that, I think it was invaluable, and so I'm really glad I went, and I'm glad I made time for it. So that's your like little charity update. So just so you know, it's not just like I ask you guys to donate to the cyclothons and the auctions, and I like forget about it. Like, I am actively always trying my best to like help with the charity stuff and keep it going forward, even behind the scenes when I'm not talking about it. So it's a lot. I juggle a lot of things. So I know that, like, I always say like I'm working all the time because I'm doing so much streaming stuff and whatnot. But even outside of that, I'm working on a lot of things and doing a lot of stuff that you guys don't get to see. So I do appreciate that. Even if I don't stream too much, I'm always doing something, and I'm always trying my best.